Good afternoon. Good afternoon, good evening. What do we say at 4 o'clock? Good day. Actually, I'll turn my lights on. That's what I'm going to say because it's getting a bit grim in Manchester. Anyway, good afternoon, good evening. 1 minute to go, says Jordan. Exactly that. We are back live with our second edition of The Scoop today. If you're watching on demand, this is, well, it's technically Friday's edition of The Scoop. And as Jordan's just said in the chat, NXPVP says 1 minute to go. That's because it's 1.5 minutes until the Xbox InsideXbox showcase kicks off, and we'd usually cover this the day after, but we decided, it's a bank holiday, and you know what, we've got the opportunity, let's do some live coverage. And what I'm going to do whilst Bibby drinks is close my window.
Nice coffee, innit?
Oh, it looked good.
It's one that I made myself, that frothy technique that I showed you how to do it.
Yeah.
It's that. It's good gear.
Let's jump on to another scene. Just give me 1 second. This one, I think. Yes. There we go. Okay. You can see the InsideXbox stuff behind us. So for those of you listening on podcast services, obviously my name is Graham Day. This guy over there, the other side of the Xbox screen, is the man that we call Baby. And together we are Ice Cream. This is The Scoop, your daily dose of news from the games industry and beyond. I said daily dose, your second daily dose of news from the games industry and beyond. It's Thursday, the 7th of January, February, March, April, May. I don't know. It's May. That's the one. 2020, and we're just about to go live with the InsideXbox broadcast. So let me just unmute that now. We are watching this on the loud noises. Let us know if it's too loud. If it's not loud enough, I'll tweak that as we go. I thought you guys would have done 10 minutes before for pre-show predictions. We don't want predictions. We're watching a live show. Let's just watch the thing as it goes. Okay, turn it up. Louder. Okay.
I'm gonna change screens. Oh no, I'm gonna keep it on this one. I'll do a. Oh fucking no.
If you are watching this on YouTube, then.
Hey everyone, this is Aaron Greenberg from Team Xbox. I'm excited to be coming to you here live from my kitchen.
Yes!
Look at the Xbox as a fridge.
We're moments away
GG.
from a huge
Good
Inside
effort.
Xbox. First, I want to let you know, a lot of people have been wondering, what are we doing this summer? Well, we're not taking the summer off. We're working hard. Teams cannot wait to deliver new games, new reveals, new news for you. So it's time to get hyped. You're going to see today the first ever Xbox Series X gameplay from our partners around the world. Damon Baker and Sarah Bond, who lead our partnership team, have brought some of the best developers and creative teams to the table. They're going to be joined by Jeff, Katarina, and Malik.
And Graham and Bip.
Coming in strong. It's an exciting day. We know fans have been waiting for this. But also, we know you're wondering, what's going on with Xbox Game Studios? You guys have 15 creative teams now around the world. You blew us away at XO19. You blew us away at the Game Awards with Hellblade 2. We know you've got more.
Hellblade 2 looks good.
And with that, I want to welcome
If that's graphics in the game, that's gonna look. Oh, it's gonna rip it up.
Thanks, Aaron, and hi everybody.
Hi,
I want to start
Mr.
by
Booty.
Mad
saying
Booty.
that our first concern is really with the safety of our teams and, of course, their families, and that's why they are all working from home right now, whether it's in Sweden, the UK, Canada, or the US. And I've really been impressed with the ingenuity and the creativity that they've shown to get around some of the challenges of working from home and to keep production moving forward on our great lineup of games. And so we're excited that we will begin unveiling gameplay from our studios starting in July, including some from our newer studios like Double Fine, Ninja Theory, and Obsidian.
Woo! Whoa, Matt, it feels like you might have left some off the list there.
Yeah, and Aaron, also 343 and Halo.
That's right. It's time to get hyped. Halo's coming. Halo Infinite. You've been waiting. The world's most anticipated.
Aaron's excited. Look at him.
Yeah. Xbox Game Studios. We got
Go on, Aaron.
around the world.
Get involved.
Working on big surprises, big reveals for you. I could not be more excited. I can tell you we're going to work every week between now and then to deliver for our fans. But today we're going to put the spotlight on our partners and let them shine and show you what Xbox Series X gameplay looked like. Let's have a go.
Let's go. Okay, predictions in the chat. What's up first?
I'm excited.
What's up first? Quick.
It's not gonna be. They're not gonna show Halo first. They're not gonna do it. Leave that to us.
I'm thinking it's either Valhalla or Cyberpunk. It's gotta be. Yeah, Jordan says it's
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. Every game you're about to see is being optimized for the Xbox Series X. There we go. Optimized for Xbox Series X. They said we're going to see a lot of that today, so I expect to see that video. How is the volume mix? Is the volume mix good? Thank you, Precision, for the host. Much appreciated.
Mirror's Edge. Nope. Fair enough. It's got a gun in it.
Some wall running.
Is this Titanfall?
This looks pretty class, though.
The gunplay looks Titanfall-ish.
Yeah.
Very Apex Legends. Crisis.
Precision, yep, Crisis. Crisis, look at the reticle.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's Titanfall, but the medieval armor and shit like that, I don't know. Is it Crisis as well? It could be. I'm not sure.
Damn. Get over here! Futuristic Mortal Kombat confirmed.
Yeah. Oh, mate, did you see the end of that gun then? It started flashing red when it got hot.
Nice.
The end of the barrel.
Not a fan of wall running, though.
No. Yeah, I'd say it's more Titanfall than that.
Is that... It look like the DeLorean from Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Marty! We need to get to 88 miles an hour!
Bright Memory Infinite. I'm guessing that's a new IP.
All that ray tracing.
That looked fit, to be fair.
Bright Memory Infinite from Playism, created from the ground up by a single individual at FYQD Studio in China.
What?
Developers are using the hardware to achieve their dreams and their nightmares in amazing ways, using the power to optimize their games the way they want.
One person.
You know, higher resolutions, crazy frame
That you
rates,
can't see
ray
there, so stay tuned for the
yes,
premiere of Assassin's
faster
Creed
in-game
Valhalla. Let's
load
get our
times.
sponsors out the way.
But it's also awesome to see the partner support for smart delivery, ensuring that fans only have to purchase the game once to enjoy it on whichever Xbox system they own or will own in the future. So, over the next 25 minutes, we're going to debut just a slice of the amazing next-gen games you can expect from our partners this holiday.
I think we were all wrong, says Precision.
And because we read everything you see here will highlight the in-game experience, with actual gameplay captured in-engine to give you the best sense
That's
of
what I want.
to expect when Xbox Series X launches.
I want games to be captured using the gameplay footage and not just like a polished
CGI trailer.
Yeah.
Powered by Xbox.
Yeah.
If they can promise everything that's being shown in the trailers is that, then I'm already impressed.
Yeah, I agree. World premiere. I'm disappointed that we don't have the world premiere noising captured in engine.
Stinks of a Forza game.
It can't be though, because these are the partner games. These aren't. Your friend.
Oh mate, imagine if it's Project Gotham Racing. Oh no, it's a Codemasters game.
Blur, Dirt. Says the
New
chat.
Dirt.
Burnout.
Burnout's
a year though, isn't it? Or is it? I can't remember.
Burnout is yeah. No, yeah, it's not a Codemasters game.
Yeah, there was going to be a new Dirt announcement, says Luke. That's a good point. That's a good point. But don't know if this is it. Yeah, they had that sort of like multicolored Dirt artwork, and obviously the cars are colored. This could be it. Good shout. Good shout. Asim says new Dirt.
If we get dynamic lighting, that'll be sick.
Oh, lightning storms as well. Yeah, this is it.
Dirt 5. That looks sick.
Yeah, that does look good. And I'm not a racing man. I've said many times that racing's not me. So okay, what's next?
Oh, this is going straight to Games Pass. Elden Ring.
It's the thing from Total Recall. Quaid.
Looks like Alien. You know what? I thought that, but I didn't want to say anything in case it looked like a twat.
No, they are. That sort of like bony style on the walls. That was a metaphor.
Hello. I'm already freaked out.
That bit looks like the internal...
Prometheus, I hope fucking not.
Prometheus? Wasn't that,
that
like
was an awful
terrible film?
Yeah. Mate, if a new Batman film, a new Batman game gets revealed, I'll lose my shit.
Wow, that is freaky as fuck. Then we got Quaid. This can't be Alien, not with that.
Whatever it is, it definitely looks right up my street already. That eerie atmospheric atmosphere.
I do like a good atmospheric atmosphere.
Yeah. Oh, this looks a bit odd.
That's also a euphemism. Oh, aye.
What?
It's a clicker. Scorn. Scorn. It's a bit kinky, hence being Bibby's kind of thing, I guess. That's an interesting one. that could be anything.
That could be anything.
Although it did say in-game engine, it looked like, I mean, it could be anything from Alien to
Together,
I'll show.
we built order.
Deep
Out
Silver
of chaos.
and Fish Labs.
Is the trial
Could this be Red Faction?
tribulation we have overcome?
No, this is Hellblade. No, maybe not.
We live in an age of unprecedented peace.
I follow the go. No Man's Sky 2.
We have prevailed.
Luke.
I know, yeah, insider here.
NDAs.
In there, in cahoots.
Let our ascension serve as
More like S-Porn.
of our righteous.
Tassim Anver and G Rune. Industry insiders.
Her honor.
You know what? The way that these are moving, it looks like Starlink, but obviously it's not. I have literally no idea. Control 2. They won't be bringing one out this soon. Surely not.
Control's not Deep Silver though. This is Deep Silver. This.
Yeah.
It's 505 Control.
Ends with us.
What are we saying? Chorus. Rise as one. Couple of new IPs already. Absolutely. I didn't expect to be.
This is sick. I'm not gonna lie. This is genuinely sick.
Got video
This is getting me hyped. Power Rangers.
Premiere. Go Power Rangers.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for letting me crash the show.
It's all right.
Patrick Mahomes,
Welcome in.
quarterback
Welcome to
for the Super Bowl
twitch.tv/ice
champion
cream
Kansas
uploads.
City Chiefs. I hope all of y'all been staying home, staying safe, and playing a ton of video games.
Who in the chat
But
plays
I'm here
NFL
because I have the
games?
privilege of
And
telling
this
you
isn't a criticism.
Madden 21 is
And
coming to
it's
I'm
Xbox
just
Series
genuinely-
X.
Do one, madam. We want FIFA. Egg chasing.
It's been a journey that's older than me.
I'm just genuinely curious as to how many people play NFL games in the chat.
Know where you're about to go.
Bigger screen. Yeah.
There we go. That's me.
Yeah.
Get me back on that.
Simple beginnings.
I tell you what, if Jamie Hughes is in here now,
Football
you'd
in
be
your
all over
hands.
it. Why have they picked the ball up and ran with it? Why is there so many goalies?
It's not football. It's hand egg.
You see, I wish I could get into it because the whole world loves it. Like, there's people in the UK that stay up so stupid in the morning to watch 20 minutes of a 16-hour show.
Well,
But it's just not for me, Jeff.
see, I wish I understood American football because, like, Remember the Titans. Any other film you've watched, it looks badass, but
Yeah.
ooh.
I mean, graphically, again, it looks superb.
There's loads of
Are they still
Madden 21
using the
games
Frostbite
coming
engine?
soon. And the game isn't just about what you can see. It's
I
about
don't
what you can
know.
feel. But here's the best news. When you buy Madden NFL 21 on Xbox One, you get it free on Xbox Series X.
Smart delivery.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm ready to just get back on the field. Enjoy the rest of the show and get ready to feel next level with EA Sports.
Do you know what?
Sports.
When he finishes playing in the NFL, he deserves to go into acting because that as an athlete, they don't usually do so well.
That sneak peek at Madden 21, optimized for Xbox Series X. I mean, that was awesome. So my name
For those of you that missed our scoop earlier on today as well, every EA game released, it's like 11 titles, all of them will be forward compatible smart delivery. So
with and for Microsoft platforms. I just love my job because it's all about connecting creators and publishers with our fans around something that they love, games. And boy, have they been busy. They are creating right now games that are going to define the generation, experiences that are just going to blow your mind away.
I'm having to write down the number of games. We've gone through so many so far already.
Is developing for Xbox.
Have you got a list of them?
And
Dirt 5 Spawn, Chorus, and Madden. Have I missed any?
Coming to Xbox Series X.
What was the first game, the one that looked like
it has just been
Titanfall, but wasn't? What was that called?
Partners as excited about
was that
Xbox and Xbox Series X as they are right now. So why don't we take a look and see more of the great games that they have been working on?
Yes, give us more games.
So Scorn is a first-person horror game. That's me.
Smart delivery. So this is another one that if you buy on this gen, you will get the next gen version as well. That doesn't look freaky at all.
This we happy for you too.
Tunage. Dankeschön.
That's what I thought it was. That's why that was my immediate thought, Jordan. Jigsaw. Yeah. Saw 3 this.
That's probably not good for health and safety, I'm not going to lie.
I don't know how the skin's managing to stay on. That many hooks.
That look like Jason. Oh, Michael Myers, should I say.
Again, this already looks like a game that I'd want to play. I'm not sure if it's third or first person yet because we're getting different camera angles.
You gonna die, boy.
Okay, so it's a load of vampires.
Night falls.
That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see if we actually got to use, if we was using combat, and it wasn't just like one of them ones where you just avoid everything. Why is everyone just boogieing on down? Vampire. The Masquerade.
Bloodlines 2.
Wait, there was a vampire game that came out like 2 years ago. Is this the second one to that? I didn't even know they was working on a sequel, but I didn't think the first one looked anything like that in the first place.
Oh, Harry. What have you done?
You're a wizard, Harry.
I've traveled so very far to find
Another smart delivery game on Xbox Game Pass.
How strange that your trail ends here.
Xbox Game Pass is going to be big at the start.
Yeah, mate. Not related to Vampire. That's what I thought. I thought it might have been too soon for him to bring out a sequel. Because the art style was completely different from that one anyway.
But here...
chat, would you rather us be in the bottom corners like this? Or would you... Is it better for you to see more if we get in the top corner like that? How would you prefer it?
I'm scared of what it means. I feel the call of something deep within. Whispers of things long forgotten. Will we be...
Wait, is this Journey?
Looks like Journey, yeah.
Yeah.
What did you find here, Harry?
Call of the Sea. It looked like the art style of Journey then, didn't it, towards the end? Not jumping out of my chair just yet.
Xbox like to post stuff in the corners. Get out of the corners! That's where we're trying to sit. Yeah, I just didn't want to be in the middle, so we'll stay up here. We'll stay up here.
Like you, most people have contracted their entire lives.
If this is in-game art, this already looks class as well.
Yes, it does.
Slaves in all but name.
Wow.
The Ascent Group arcology on Velas has shut down. If the lather is true, corporate grab teams will already be moving.
Oh, God, it's going to be such an expensive 2 years, this, already.
This is a crisis supernova. The Ascent Group has collapsed. We have a shot at true independence.
It's a Fortnite Fishman.
Let it go to waste.
Here we go. I fucking love these types of games.
Oh, it's lost me now.
It looks like a super high profile Alienation. Alienation was such a good game.
Bam!
Yes.
Oh, fucking absolute tunage as well. Why are they copying Contra? Kappa. Resistance. I'm not seeing anything resistance-wise. The Ascent. See, this what's
that
this?
Looks like me, that.
Like, we're all throwing out titles we're aware of, but there's just so many brand new ones.
Yeah, brand new ones, exactly. This is sick. This is so good. Asim, we're definitely playing that game together. That stinks of a code game that me and you could be playing. Show us Fight Night. Oh God, Lord above.
Show us Fight Night. We've had Madden. We've got to get a FIFA in it, absolutely. But this
Simulator.
Pregnant Simulator.
You know what? Even if Jordan was asking us for what our thoughts and opinions could be leading up to this, and I never would have guessed any of these because they're all brand new.
Yeah.
Do you know what I love about this conference so far, though? Is that pretty much all the games that have been shown are all single-player ones. They're all experiences. It feels like we're coming full circle again.
This trailer feels like
Silent Hill.
No, what I was going to say, it feels more like a PlayStation trailer. You'd expect to see this as like a PlayStation thing. I know this is only third parties, so it will be on PlayStation most likely. But you expect to see these things in PlayStation conferences, not Xbox conferences. Maybe this is good. The medium.
Yeah.
So maybe this is good. Xbox.
Hi. Hope you enjoyed the
us
review of The
different
Medium,
angles.
our next-gen psychological horror game. We're very excited to announce that we're working on the project in cooperation with Akira Yamaoka, the legendary composer best known for the Silent Hill
There we go.
series. We'll have more to reveal soon, so stay tuned.
Smash.
Jeez, I've just seen how many people are in the chat. Thank you very much for choosing to watch all of this with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Welcome to the stream. Feel free to hit the follow button if you're new, by the way. We'll do this every month, every time there's an Xbox Inside Xbox broadcast. Alan Wake.
Yeah, that looks like a bit of me, that. Alan Wake. Yes, I love Alan Wake.
Ads with the
Assuming they never
emote.
made a sequel.
What does that emote say there, babe? I can't quite read that.
Oh, hello!
There we go. What? I completely forgot. What was that? Was that the medium? That one? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the medium, yeah. Bandai Namco. I already know Luke's, like, pulling himself off here.
It's not. This is Jordan's realm. This. I mean, he loves a good plant monster. I meant the anime style, but they cannot be hurt. Well, that's game over then. They cannot be stopped. Until now.
I'm Yuito Sumeragi. My power is psychokinesis. Ready? Go!
Yeah, I can appreciate the art style and everything in this game, but it definitely doesn't strike me as something that I'll be picking up.
I knew you was going to say that. I was instantly thinking, this is like what Captain Tsubasa was aiming for.
Yeah.
But like, obviously more 3D. And you didn't like Captain Tsubasa. There was no way you were going to like this either. Meanwhile, someone check on Jordan's wrists. They've got to be getting weak by now.
You know what, this kind of game, it strikes me as something that you'd expect to see on Nintendo Switch.
I've only just seen Jordan's comment about Salford Simulator with a pregnant woman.
Scarlet Nexus.
World premiere.
I mean, if all of this is being captured within the game, Jordan, then it looks good. It's just, I'm going to appreciate it, but it's not my type of game whatsoever. This, however. What was you going to say then, G?
I'm going to get the world premiere bit and just get it on the stream deck as a noise bit, because even though they're not using it, we're going to use it. Boom! World premiere. Now show us Fight Night! Earth has fallen.
Ark Survival Evolved 2.
Oh, this looks class. Okay, this is kind of more getting into my realms again. Jurassic World Battlegrounds.
Glasgow Simulator. Second Extinction.
Just so many games. Look at all the games. Guys, look at the games.
Oh my god. People are gonna lose their shit now. People are gonna lose their shit now.
Yakuza? He always believed. A family reunion was waiting.
Oh, you're gonna get shooed in by the chat by the looks of it.
Where the fuck is everybody? Now.
So, Asim, you need to give me Asim or John, you need to give me a timeline. Like, is this character in the rest? I haven't ever played a Yakuza game, so is this character in the main series? Is this Yakuza? I don't know. Like, do you reckon it's a sequel, prequel? Is it a timeline spin-off? I don't know.
Fucking yeah! It's like full-on pendulum.
Yeah. Yakuza Like a Dragon. Yeah, it's got to be a spin-off, then, hasn't it? So it doesn't look like it's not got a main number in there.
こんにちは。セガの名越俊弘です。いよいよこの発表が
See that? He's got his PPE on there. Important in COVID time, GG.
ヤクザライクアドラゴンを Xbox シリーズ X のローンチタイトルとして
The combat looks sick.
Xbox One や Windows 10で発売する運びとなりました。
Xbox One and Windows 10. Is that Game Pass Ultimate game?
初めて
Did he say smart delivery at the beginning?
I didn't see.
方にも楽しんでいただきたいなと
Sonic?
考えております。ゲームの
This looks class. Look at that, it's a drop kick.
I don't know where.
Yes, it was smart delivery, says Jordan.
ヤクザライクアドラゴンをぜひよろしくお願いします。
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's basically a Final Fantasy Yakuza.
Wrestling moves. I'm sold.
Enjoyed this brief peek at just some of the titles we have lined up for Xbox Series X. This is just the beginning. And personally, I can't wait to get immersed in these amazing games. But until then, I'm just going to have to live out that fantasy via custom backgrounds in Microsoft Teams. How about I try out a few now? Maybe we'll go into the world of Scarlet Nexus, or
yeah.
maybe I
exclusive coming up right here.
Dirt 5,
he's gonna chuck us in somewhere like Cyberpunk.
Quick view of Phil Spencer's home office. Oh, wait a second. We've got this inside look
Assassin's
at
Creed
the
Valhalla.
next Assassin's Creed game. So
show us Halo, damn it!
With the gameplay debut of the highly anticipated Assassin's Creed Valhalla for Xbox Series X. Huge thanks to all of our partners for their hard work during these difficult times, and to you at home for joining us. Stay tuned to go behind the scenes with a few of the creators of today's lineup and hear more about their thoughts on the next generation of game development. I'll see you later this summer for even more content premieres. And
how many games have you got written down there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Shit, 11 games in the first one.
Yeah. Okay, I'm excited to see this. Smart delivery, which we knew already. That's it, over. No FIFA. No fight night. But we got this, though. If you haven't seen the Assassin's Creed Valhalla trailer, watch it.
If there's one game that's going to get me into an Assassin's Creed, into the Assassin's Creed franchise, this is it. It's like they've aimed this at me. Like, Bibby's not into it. All right, well, we'll just make him a game. Here we go.
Yeah, there we go. With an erection in the middle of a field. Bibby loves a good field erection.
Bit of Stonehenge there.
So this is all gameplay.
This is what they were saying. Well, this is what they were aiming at. That it was all being captured on the console through gameplay. So I hope this isn't a CGI made trailer. I reckon these little cutscenes are, but I hope the combat's like it.
Badass.
Oh my god! You get a little pet.
Few titles command the respect and fandom that the Assassin's Creed series has garnered, and today we get to talk about Assassin's Creed Valhalla with its creative director, Ashraf Ismail, who's joining us from Montreal, Canada.
Hey.
Bienvenue to InsideXbox.
Hey Jeff, pleasure to be here.
I'm so glad that you're here because I'm a huge fan of the series. After seeing the video that we just saw, I have literally hundreds of questions to ask.
It's so amazing to see how this is still happening, despite he's just in an office. He's not on a big stage somewhere.
Yeah,
it's amazing that we still got this happening.
Absolutely.
In all its Viking Age glory.
Let's talk about the Viking Age because Assassin's Creed.
You can see the levels of hype as well. Jeff Rubenstein's clearly coffeeed up, while Ishmael Afrof's just a bit more chilled. So what do you think? Yeah, it's okay.
Very different time, different place. So what do you have for us with the Viking Age?
Yeah, so the Viking Age, it's named after one of history's most notorious warrior cultures, and this time period is highlighted.
That's it
by
now, right? It's just interviews with devs. I think so.
Hungry Viking horde, and at the time, England was a dark age tangle of broken warring kingdoms. So
at the time, England was a dark, tangled war of broken kingdoms. Is that not now?
So players can expect to fully live the Viking fantasy in a meticulously crafted journey in an Assassin's Creed world.
All right, so let's get a little bit more into this. There was a lot to take in that clip that we saw. I saw Viking longships. I saw some very mean-looking axes. Previously, we saw a hidden blade.
A mean-looking axe. Your axe looks mean.
Is it you're bringing to the table with?
You know what? At the end of this, I hope that they just play the actual, the release trailer that we saw last week, because that was phenomenal. That's one of the best trailers I've seen in the last 3 or 4 years. Easy.
I agree. Now, so happy it's going to be small and not as big as Odyssey. That game literally felt like can't be asked. Bigger isn't necessarily better. Trust me, I've been saying that all my life.
Assault giant fortifications and epic battles. They'll have to gain alliances with kings and legendary Vikings, and they'll be faced with some very harsh choices as the leader of a community.
If this was it, really underwhelmed, they're shown zero gameplay.
Combat to be visceral.
I see what you mean. Yeah, this is pre-E3 still though, so I'm happy with what we've seen.
If everything like they said was captured using the consoles, and they've just tweaked a few bits, and they've just that's showing the engine. That's fine by me. The gameplay stuff, I personally wasn't expecting to see any of that today. I thought it might have just been polished versions of what they've got and captured from the console.
As a creative director, as someone creating
so
huge
we'll leave this on in the background. I'll drop the audio levels down now, because now they're talking about
been committed to new
technologies of technology and so on. So that is still there. We can jump back in that when we need to. Let me get off. There we go. But yeah, so there we go. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 plus Valhalla, 12 games shown there. Dirt 5, obviously, we know is a sequel. Scorn, Chorus, Call of the Sea, The Ascent, The Medium, Scarlet Nexus, Second Extinction, Reclaim Earth, all brand new titles. Then we had Yakuza, Valhalla, Vampire Bloodlines 2, The Masquerade, and Madden and Dirt, obviously, were existing IPs. That's a lot more than I expected there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Year.
There's how many games was there? 12 that you just mentioned there.
12 if you include Valhalla at the end.
Yeah, there's only 2 that I probably didn't like. Or not that I said didn't like the look of games that I probably wouldn't want to. Is this the original trailer?
Let's boost it back up again. Have a listen in. The graphics are incredible. Look at that. Look how good it looks.
Ian says that these games look very last gen-ish, mate. I think you need to check them glasses.
That looks sick.
I mean, this Assassin's Creed Valhalla game looks the best of all of them that we've seen today, barring the first game.
So many great
first
games
game looked
today,
great.
showcasing gameplay for Xbox Series X. So let's go to Malik right now with Robert Karp from Codemasters to talk Dirt 5.
So now they're going to run through.
All right, everyone. Just a few minutes ago, you saw the
games.
trailer.
We'll drop this back down
Dirt
again.
5,
We'll drop this back down
I
again.
kind of was left speechless, but I'm gonna have to get it together.
So these games look very last gen-ish. This is FMV. I mean, it is and it isn't. It's. I mean, FMV is essentially full motion video. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's respective of the final gameplay. That stuff will be. It isn't actual gameplay, but it is filmed within engine. I mean, the Assassin's Creed stuff. I imagine some of that is gameplay because that's what it said. It said previously, whereas everything else within the broadcast did say in engine. The Assassin's Creed one did say the first gameplay reveal, although it did look quite trailerish as well. So I don't know.
Yeah. But like at the bottom of this Dirt one here, it says captured from the gameplay. So. I understand. Yes, they are made to look cinematic for trailers and look very FMV-ish. But I mean, if it's still being captured within the game itself, then that's fine by me. They've used a debug menu to put the camera in certain places. I think when it comes to especially sports games, for instance.
Yeah.
So for me, that seems fine. But yeah, the games that we've seen today, barring the 2 that I'm not familiar with the franchise or I just don't like, that those type of games. 2 out of 12. I wasn't expecting to see 12 games today, so seeing 10 that could potentially skint me is a good sign.
Yeah, this Codemasters Dirt 5, I've said many times. I think I even maybe said it earlier this week when we were talking about Codemasters and the teaser for Dirt. I'm not interested in racing games. I've played them, and yes, they're all kind of similar. Even Forza 5, which has, and I have to say it like this every time I say it, the Eliminator, the first ever racing battle royale. Not enough to kind of get me interested, but this does look really good. This looks really good. Asim says, the majority of what we're showing today could not be done last gen in terms of the tech. Yeah, I mean, which one was it? I'm looking at the list now.
Watch Dogs was a big one. Where they used where the game when it came out was actually looked worse than what was done, where it was apparently captured within the game. But these don't strike me as games like that. I don't think they could get away with it now after the throwback from that one.
Oh no, I was meaning I can't remember which game it was that looked really. Was it the Chorus one? I can't remember.
Was that the first one? The one that we thought was Titanfall?
Was that Scorn? I can't remember.
No, Scorn was the one that we thought was Alien. Yeah.
Maybe it was.
I can't remember what the name of the first game was. I mean, maybe we didn't write it down.
It could have been. Maybe it was Chorus. Actually, do you know what? Let me have a quick check. Let's get this one over here. I'll leave that on there. So we'll have chorus game. Oh, it's too early. It's not there. Yeah, can't find it.
Search it on Twitter.
But it looked really good. Okay, so running through the list, this isn't in necessarily order. I mean, it does become more ordered as we go down. I think the order was Chorus, Dirt 5, Scorn, Madden, Vampire, Bloodlines 2, The Masquerade, Call of the Sea, The Ascent, The Medium, Scarlet Nexus, Second Extinction, Reclaim Earth, Yakuza Like a Dragon, and then Assassin's Creed Valhalla at the end. There we go. Luke says, "You know, there it was. Oh, Bright Memory. Oh, 13 then. 13. I forgot Bright Memory. What was it? I can't remember what the tagline, but yes, Bright Memory. Yeah. Maybe.
And then the medium was the pregnancy simulator one. It's got the Silent Hill composer in there.
Luke says you may want to wait until 5 p.m. before Chorus appears on social media. Wink, wink.
I wonder why that is, Luke.
I wonder if that's some sort of a let's get it on the Xbox show. I forgot Bright. I forgot Bright Memory. Nice irony. Exactly. Clearly, dull memories going on over here. Just turn the volume back up.
In your house,
we're talking about smart delivery now.
You can play Xbox One, so you'll always be playing the best version. And lastly is the fast loading. So that means
need to move our sponsors again.
Game almost instantaneously from turning on the console. No more waiting. You're in there. You're racing straight away.
I love everything that you just said there. You buy the game, you get the best version for the platform that you own. You get in the game. Loading times are a thing that everyone.
Do you reckon these interviews are choreographed? Is that the word I'm looking for?
Again, Robert, thank you so much for stopping by. I gotta say that I probably everyone watching. I say that we're super excited to see Dirt 5 on Xbox Series X.
Because it's obviously mutually beneficial. It's not like a journalistic interrogation. They will.
All right, we've already seen so many games.
Plan what they're going to talk about before they jump on and have it.
Over to Katarina, who's with the Bluebird team, to talk about Medium.
Oh, now we're going to Medium. This is Salford Simulator.
Horror games are a fan favorite, and the Medium promises to keep us guessing and our hearts racing. Here to tell us more about the game.
This was the one that had
game producer
is it Akira Yamaoka?
Thank you so much for joining us.
Silent Hill.
Hi, hello.
Yes.
Can you tell us more about this game and the Bluebird team approach to the psychological horror genre?
In our first psychological horror that was Layers of Fear, the main topic was.
Oh, these guys did Layers of Fear.
What can you sacrifice for
you
your
said that's
passion?
one of the scariest
what a game
ever.
that was!
Or you want to sacrifice yourself for your passion to fulfill.
That was a brilliant game.
The second,
I believe I downloaded it when it was free on the Epic Store.
And then the main topic it was if I'm still human, if my mind maybe is digitalized, or if I have robotic parts, where is the line? You know, like in the body horror stuff. And in the Blair Witch, of course, there was a witch, there was the forest that everyone loves, but in the main topic, in the psychological horror stuff, it was PTSD. So for the medium, we have like two worlds in our game, real world and spirit world. We play as a medium that can see these both realities. So we can think like somebody can be a really good guy, but maybe inside it's not. And when you play as a medium, you have a really unique perspective to find out what is inside of other people or what happens in different places.
For the medium, we heard that you teamed up with legendary music composer Akira Yamaoka. Can you tell us more about that partnership and how that influenced the game?
Yeah, he's the best now, of course, for composing the music for Silent Hill series. And what was most important for us, it was his work on Silent Hill 2, because Silent Hill 2,
phenomenal game.
For most of our team, is the best.
It's a phenomenal game,
and it's one of our main references when we think about atmosphere in the medium, because in one way his music is heavy, disturbing, oppressive, and in another way it can be nostalgic, emotional, and melodic. And to bump it up more, we cooperate, Akira, with our composer, Arkadiusz Rejkowski, that create our other scores for our other games, and mix these two approaches together to fill up our two worlds and our different points of view. So it was really, it is and it was really great fun.
I like the fact that he's wearing a Hulk top as well.
Characterized by those two worlds. Can you talk to us more about the story?
Talking about deep
and,
psychological horror and the mixing of two different worlds, and then
Hulk. Yeah, so you play as a Marianne, and she's a medium.
Blending the lines.
And like she can cope with this, that she goes, or that she can see the spirit world, the second world, but she's like haunted by really one specific vision that she tried to solve. And she has some kind of a hint that the answers can be in abandoned communist vacation resort. It's like an old hotel. So she go there and
Escape from Tarkov.
Then she needs to, find out how the vision is connected with this place and what dark mystery is there. And there two worlds came up because our real world and our real world setting is like, it's Poland, late 80s, Krakow. Krakow is a very important city for Poland history. It was a city of kings. And it's, of course, city of Blueberry. We have company here, we live here, we love the city.
I love the city.
It's a free Poland in that time. Because in the 80s and before, we lived under the regime, communist regime, and there was like no free of speech. Everything was censored. And when you play as a medium, you have this unique opportunity to see even further than normal people, because you see the spirit world. And spirit world is like dark mirror of our world.
This is getting
like
pretty deep now.
All your anger, urges,
I think that the medium, it looks good to me, but that what I see there, I see an absolute baby game there.
Absolutely.
Layers of fear. Someone shitting themselves on stream. Me sat there watching, laughing, and clipping it. Yes, please. I will have that.
She actually got a ghost on a desk there.
Yeah. Is that? I was trying to remember what it was called. Is that what it is called? The Ghost from
Destiny.
Yeah.
Make sure that you can deliver this epic.
She's also got an Xbox branded chair. She's clearly got the most support for the work from home office out of the three guys that have been on so far. She won the draw. Shortest straw goes to not me.
It's awesome because we spent a lot of years to thinking about this game, how we can.
I mean, if you do want a comfortable chair yourself, maybe you check out GT Mega Racing and use code ICU at checkout and get yourself some money saved. I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking. If I was thinking, I don't know what you think.
Xbox Series X came up, and we thought, yeah, this is perfect match for us. And now a lot of doors were open for us to be creative and do the game as we wanted. And the second most important stuff is the seamless gameplay. The steady FPS and no loading screens, because you have immersive horror cinematic experience, and you have two worlds. You can travel between them. You can travel between the levels and the whole story, and not having any loading screens and any FPS drops. It's awesome. And of course, we use Xbox Series X in different ways.
That's the SSD sort of conversation there, which is probably a bit more apparent in this game. Obviously, the character is a medium, so the character sees the real world, sees the psych horror world element of it as well. But they're saying jumping between the different worlds and the different sort of levels and areas within those without any loading times. I'm surprised. I am surprised we haven't heard more of that yet, but it doesn't surprise me that we are hearing that. That does excite me. The fact that you can just play it and there is no, what can I think of a story game? Star Wars Fallen Order, Jedi Fallen Order. You have to jump in your ship and you have to wait to travel to the new worlds and so on. There is none of that, obviously, with the next gen, or less of that with the next gen. So you'll expect to see a lot of, as you were saying there, trying to keep everything up with less frame drops. And thank you for watching. Oh, we're done! Yay! Thank you, guys. Okay, let's bring it.
So out of that, then, what's the thing that's got you most excited? Then, same question goes to you guys in the chat. Out of those 13 games that we've seen today, what's the one game that stands out the most for you guys?
Ooh, good question. GG says ads. Good question. I mean, an obvious one, which I'm not going to include because we knew about it before we came into this, was Assassin's Creed Valhalla. There we go. Xbox is gone. Let's jump back into the Scoop split screen. Pow. Discussing now the InsideXbox Watchalong. So obviously, the first one that I would obviously want to throw my hat into the ring on is Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but I'm not going to because we knew it was there. That looks really good. We all know it looks really good. We spoke about that on the Scoop last week when they did the first announcement. Looks really good. So I would say, I'm trying to remember which one was Bright Memory. The start of it, because they were coming so thick and fast, they all kind of merged into one. Was Bright Memory?
The one that we thought was
Titanfall.
potentially like Titanfall. Yeah.
I'm thinking, I'm going to leave Dirt 5, even though it looked good. I'm not going to go on the racing game. Scorn maybe kind of too dark for something that would hook me, even though it looked really good. It looked like that sort of like Alien universe, but I'll move away from that. Madden I'm going to keep away from as well. Maybe Chorus potentially, although Yakuza. I've never played a Yakuza game, but that looked really cool. So yeah, Yakuza has my attention too. Bright Memory was the first game. Yeah. Not gonna lie, says Ads. Yeah, only because you were waiting for Fight Night. Get out of here. Asim says Scorn and Bright Memory and Yakuza as well, obviously. Yeah. Do you know, now that broadcast has finished, I can jump onto my broadcast and go, let's see. Scorn. No, that's gone. I was looking for Bright Memory.
Craig said that all the trailers are now on the Xbox YouTube channel.
Oh, nice. Good lad, Craig. Xbox. Yu-Gi-Oh! Nope. YouTube. That's the one. Xbox YouTube. Videos. Oh, yes. They are as well. Okay, let's bring this back on for you guys so you can see too. So we have Assassin's Creed, Xbox, Valhalla Creative Director, first look, Yakuza. This one I actually thought looked pretty decent. I don't think it'd hold me forever, but Second Extinction, for those of you that might have forgotten, because we had so much. We had, what was it, 13 games in pretty much, it was pretty much a new game every 3 minutes, and loads of them were brand new, so you didn't even have a place to keep yourself grounded from. But this one I thought looked pretty cool. Second Extinction, which was the 3-player co-op FPS, where you work as a team to take down large groups of savage mutated dinosaurs, fight through a maelstrom of bullets, bombs, teeth, claws, and gore. It's up to you to reclaim Earth. So this looked cool to me. Whether it'd keep me hooked for a long time, I'm not sure, but it did look good to me.
Yeah.
So
it looks cool to me, but I don't like. It doesn't look like a story mode game. It just looks like a horde mode game.
Kill them all.
Yeah, like a good party game for a while.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I think it probably won't keep my attention for long. So let's go back then. So Yakuza, I think we all can kind of agree on that one. Let's skip that one for now because everyone has a little bit of relation to Yakuza. Scarlet Nexus, I would say, is probably not my kind of style. I imagine Enix in the chat, he's probably already pre-ordered it 3 times now. But you know, the Medium we've just seen a little bit on. The Ascent solo. I like the fact that we get some descriptions as well. The Ascent is a solo and co-op action RPG set in a cyberpunk world. The mega corporation that owns you and everyone, the Ascent Group, has just collapsed. Can you survive without it?
Yeah.
Is this the top-down runner gunner?
Yeah. That definitely looks like a game that I'd play. But like what Craig's just said there, I don't see anything that would make me go out and buy a Series X if everything is smart delivery, meaning that he could probably pick it up on his PlayStation 5 as well because it will be third party. So I love the fact that Xbox have done this today, but they've only shown third party games. They've not shown any of the first party stuff, which makes me think that people like who are PlayStation through and through will look at it and go, actually, I'm just as excited because I can play this on my own console and the console of choice later on down the line.
Good input from Ian as well, saying Turok clone, that last one. What was it called now?
The Surge? No, that was the dinosaur one, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's not the Ascent. That's this, isn't it? Yeah,
No,
this is the Ascent.
that's the Ascent. That's what I was looking for.
Was it Scarlet Nexus? I can't remember. No, that's the
Scarlet Nexus was the anime one.
Second Extinction, Reclaim Earth.
Yes, that's it. Second Extinction.
So yeah, it did look Turok clone. I see where you're coming from with that. Yeah, so the Turok clone I think would be good for having a bit of fun, and just like this one would. Although I think the Second Extinction one is more likely for me to play it than this one. So Chorus, this one did look good to me. But also, we've got to wait 7 minutes to get on.
If you're bringing it up on full screen, make sure that our faces are on it as well, so we don't get claimed.
Don't tell me what to do. Yeah, let's go in browser then.
Now we live in an age of unprecedented peace.
But yeah, this looks cool as well. I like the. It must be quite difficult to be able to get a space shooter with the physics of how your ship can roll, shoot, and maneuver itself across the galaxy. It must be a difficult thing to be able to do, and this looks like it's done really, really well.
Yeah, although I am wrong. This isn't the one that caught my attention. I am once again getting it mixed up with Bright Memory. I'm forgetting the Bright Memory. Yeah, so Chorus, for those of you that can't see it on screen, is a new space flight combat shooter releasing in 2021. Become Nara and Forsaken, her sentient starfighter, on a compelling personal journey of redemption. Unlock devastating weapons and mind-bending abilities in a true evolution of the space combat shooter. Wow, this one keeps going. Explore, breathtaking, show more. Okay, yeah, let's leave that one. Bye.
That is a lot.
That's a paragraph and a half, followed by a paragraph and a half, followed by a paragraph and a half.
Ian says that he was hoping for some more Cyberpunk gameplay. Do you know what? I feel like it's going to be it can't be that much difficult for them to be able to follow this up, because they wouldn't have put 13 games out originally for this month. So I'll be interested to see what next month they bring, if anything doesn't get announced before then, because out of that, I think there was 9 IPs or potentially 10 that are brand new that we've never seen before. And that is a huge thing. If this was at E3 and the show and they went out on stage and one night and the show like 10 brand new IPs that nobody's ever seen before, people would lose their shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is pretty much what I'm doing now, because as I mentioned while the trailers was all rolling, a lot of these games are immediately focused on single player experiences, which I think is starting to come back full circle again now, because it's been so, like, the world has been so focused on multiplayer games that I think a lot of them have got quite tedious. Like, it's the same thing regurgitated in maybe a new camera angle, or I don't know, a new set of graphics or new animations, or just added something a little bit different that they can't justify the price that's being put out. But these games that we've seen today, in one way or another, whether or not it focuses on what you like as a single player game, that is what we're getting at the moment, and you cannot beat a single player experience. That is where you get your bang for your buck. In my personal opinion, if I buy a game, I know I'm getting an experience, because I usually play single player games. I buy my sports games because I know I'm going to play them multiplayer. But when it comes down to single player games, an experience is what I'm after. And if it's 5 hours, 15 hours, 80 hours, I just want to be entertained throughout this entirety of that time. And that is exactly what it looks like we got today, which I'm more than happy about.
Yeah, the good thing with it as well is that we're looking at 1 month. This is something that they're going to be doing every month as well. So this isn't even their own content. This is just external partners with early content pre-E3 window. Next month is the E3. They said, I mean, what was it? Did they say it was going to be June or July? Did they say July when we'd start seeing the gameplay from their first studios? If that is the case, then obviously we'll have June next month.
Yeah.
And then we'll be into July, because that obviously Inside Xbox is the first of monthly installments that they will be releasing leading up to the content. So that's only 1 month. We've had 13 fresh bits of content in 1 month's worth of output. Next month we could have the same again. I mean, it's going to be hard to get another 13 bits out there. I mean, obviously it's probably not going to be 13 brand new ones. We might have more of Scorn or more of Chorus or whatever. I mean, obviously we only had one sports game from Madden as well, and we know that there's at least did they say 3 or 4 coming? So there's Madden, FIFA from EA, should I say? There's Madden, FIFA, we expect NHL, and then there's another one which we're probably guessing a boxing game or something. I don't know about the sports side of things.
Oh, okay.
So I'll just jump back into this. This is the Bright Memory. I think, yeah, this one probably. I mean, obviously we're just talking about, ironically, moving away from multiplayer games. This one looks like a multiplayer game. So Bright Memory Infinite is an all-new, lightning-fast fusion of the FPS and action genres created by FYQD Studio, combine a wide variety of skills and abilities to unleash dazzling combo attacks. Bright Memory Infinite is set in a sprawling, futuristic metropolis in the year 2036. It does.
See, I'm not a fan of the wall running.
Yeah,
but it looks fluent. You know what I mean? It does not stopping and starting. It doesn't feel like you're having to mount the wall. It feels like it's just one fluid motion.
I like the weather aspects, like the fact that there's blustering winds and there's the moisture kicking up from the surface, and then there's bits of wood and paper and things thrown around. You don't see that very often in multiplayers, just because most people want it to be a straightforward, simple. You might have a bit of fire that you run past, but people don't like the atmospheres, as you were saying earlier on. But yeah,
it feels like it's got a bit of rage dynamic to it. Like you're able to pull enemies closer towards you. In fact, rewind that. Did you see the barrel of the gun then? Because he shot a load of bullets.
It turned red.
Yeah. So it starts to get hot. I've not seen that in a game before.
Like, whew, damn, it's cooling down. And then Craig says thought it was Crisis on first look. Precision said the same thing. Precision dropped in. Thank you very much for the host, Precision. I don't know if I called out. I think I did, but thank you.
Yeah,
for the host.
you did. Yeah.
Precision called it out as Crisis. We had a few others in the chat saying it's Crisis, but as Jordan's just said, this has been made by one person. That is ridiculous. Show more. I wonder if it says out here about that. No. Crisis. The DeLorean. Yes, exactly. That's what I said as well. Where is it? This bit there. There we go. Look. That's absolutely the DeLorean. Just pull outside. Marty. What does it need to get 1.21 gigawatts so they can get up to speed? Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Okay, I would say, Bright Memory Infinite is probably up there with me in terms of the ones that I'd be interested in. Let's have a look at Vampire Bloodlines again. I can't remember.
I've got a quote here from Andrea Renee, ex Kind of Funny, and then obviously co-owner of What's Good Gaming. She's put a controversial statement, I might add. I love Assassin's Creed, but Ubisoft whiffed the messaging on that gameplay reveal. Bummed I didn't get to see Elvor in action, but still super pumped for the game. Thoughts?
I agree. Because, I mean, as we put the Assassin's Creed, as the Assassin's Creed stuff came up, we were saying... We're saying it looks shit. Probably one of the best trailers you'll see in a long, long time. But then it didn't really do anything. I mean, what was her word? They missed the boat, or they did.
The whiff, the messaging on that gameplay reveal. Bummed he didn't get to see Ivor in action, but still super pumped for the game.
Yeah, whiff the messaging completely, because there wasn't really any messaging. It was just, it's just, oh look, lots of Game of Thrones looking fighting. It was kind of like, great, right? Okay, what does it mean? Where does it go? What's give us the? So yeah, I completely agree.
I thought the announcement trailer was more powerful than the one that we're seeing today.
A lot more powerful. I agree. If it's first-person shooter and driving, that's kind of innovative, merging two genres. Yeah, exactly. Because usually you get the driving stuff, but you're Nathan Drake in the driving seat, in the passenger seat, while someone else is driving, and you're shooting at trucks and stuff going around you. It's almost like you're in bombastic motion sequences. It doesn't feel like it. You never really had it as part of the game. So if that is part of it, then yeah, that could be good.
It's like Halo, isn't it? Where you're in first person until you get into the Warthog, and then you got flows you into third. It'd be good if you could keep that immersion where you can see yourself getting into the car, slamming the door, turning the engine on, and then just ragging it down.
Yeah. John says, so disappointed in Xbox and what they do. Game reveals were good, but the whole thing was weird. I think it was decent overall. But then again, I mean, maybe there's a bit of a disconnect for me because I've never really been. I mean, you're an Xbox fan. I'm a. Sound like such a snobbish thing. You're an Xbox fan, but I'm a video games fan. I am in the essence that I have a PlayStation, I have an Xbox, I have a PC, and I'll play games on any of them. I tend to play on the PlayStation, but I'm not too precious about doing that. Whereas you're heavily invested in the Xbox brand and everything goes around that. So maybe it means more to you. For me, it was good. Like I've said before, I've said it a few times. I feel Xbox need more IP. They need more content. They need a bit more about what they do that's not just Halo and Gears and Forza. Take those three away, and they might have a few more, like Sea of Thieves and so on. None of them really resonate with me anymore. Not that they haven't. I mean, I've played Forza and I've enjoyed it. Played Gears, loved it. Halo never really resonated. Sea of Thieves, nah, it's not really for me either. So need a bit more, and seeing like the depth in there. Usually you get, okay, this is our big style IP, this is our leading brand, and then when they step away from that, they go down, oh, let's go for cheesy family crap. I mean, it's not crap, but it's not what I want. I don't want to play cheesy family stuff on my own as my choice of game. And for myself, Xbox has kind of missed me with its content. It's hitting everyone else around me, but it's not hitting me. And I'm not alone in that sort of thought process, because a lot of people have chosen to go with PlayStation. Spider-Man, straight at me. I'm the core target audience. Game of War, Game of War. God of War, core target audience. The Last of Us, core target audience. Horizon Zero, core target audience. And it's not just zero focused on me. It's still a widespread, different sort of protagonists, different sort of storylines, different sort of settings, different sort of time zones, and different sort of gameplay. But PlayStation have hit me a lot more, whereas this probably had more things speaking to me. I know this isn't just Microsoft, this is only third party, so that's a bit different. I'd like to see if I'm saying the same thing when we get Microsoft's messaging there, because Dirt 5, that looked really good for me, even though I'm not into racing games. Bright Memory looked really good to me, even though I'm not a fan of wall running. Scorn looked really good to me, even though it was weird and creepy with alien elements to it. Which one was Chorus again? Chorus was the...
the one that's now live, the Deep Silver game.
Yeah, I've had it on already and I've forgotten once again. Oh, it was the spaceship one. See, that looked good, but that probably wasn't for me, because I'm not a fan of most spaceship things. I think only the Star Wars sort of stuff where you're doing the is it Star Assault or whatever it's called, where you've so that kind of stuff might get me, but usually flying the spaceship stuff doesn't appeal to me. But there's a lot across all of that actually does. I do think actually that kind of resonates with me. So yeah. The reveals were good, but the whole thing was weird. I'm not so sure about that. I think the whole thing was always gonna be weird because of the COVID and having that stuff. But yeah, I wouldn't agree with that.
I think they made the best of a bad situation, because obviously they're not going to be able to reveal much without the stage. So using the green screen and using other studios to come in and talk to them as a recorded message, editing it down, then sending it out. We was in two minds as to what actually was going to be the case for this. Like, was it going to be just game like a state of play where it was just going to be trailer with someone doing voiceover work, or was it going to be like a full on like what we got today, where they just talk about it, they release the trailer, and then you have an interview at the end? I was probably hoping towards what we saw today, rather than it just being a state of play esque, where it's just trailer after trailer with no input. So what we got today actually beat the expectations that I had, because I didn't really have any. I was hoping for stuff, but the expectation of what I was going to get was non-existent, really, because I had no idea what to expect.
Asim, 13 games, 12 reveals. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed Aaron Greenberg and his energy. Rest was a bit too scripted. I agree. I think if I would change one thing, I would. The key for me was they didn't feel like there was a host. Was Aaron Greenberg the host? Was the fridge was that where we begin? Was it what was he called? Was it Jeff Rubenstein in it? Was he the host? Or I mean, it almost felt like they were passing it on, but it kind of needed a start, like an onboarding point to the video, and an exiting point to the video. And I'm guessing Aaron Greenberg's kind of thing was that. But then the way I'd probably do it for a company that has the funds that Xbox does, if Martin Lewis, money saving expert, he did a live COVID-19 show last week or the week before. It was on in the house. I didn't pay that much attention, but what I did pay attention to was one comment that he said, and he stood there, and I didn't even twig. He was stood in his like office or his living room or whatever, quite a big room. But he'd made quite a little bit of space. Like say, if I was stood at the door back there, so he had quite a lot of bit of space for him to properly present and do his arm sort of stuff while he's talking, so you can get the message. But I think he had the kind of camera that we had when we did the PES League finals. So he had a camera that was basically on a rail. So the camera slowly moved to give a little bit of a depth perception kind of thing. And I feel that Xbox kind of needed to send something like that to Aaron Greenberg or to whoever and say, okay, this is going to be your setup. You need to put this in your living room or your kitchen or wherever you've got the space for it, so that you can record the bits to camera. Hi guys, this is the Xbox Game Showcase for May 2020. This is the first time we're going to look at 12 new games or whatever. Deliver the bit to screen. Obviously, you're not going to say 12 new games because spoilers. But deliver the bit to screen in a professional sort of fashion, and then say, okay, and now we're going to throw over to boom, who's going to give you this, and boom, who's going to give you that, and so on. I think that's maybe where I'd have probably neatened it up. But then again, I don't really watch it that much for those bits. So those are nice to have from a creative standpoint. The trailers themselves is what we will all judge it on afterwards. Particularly now with COVID in mind, we'll kind of forget any of the linking bits between it, because we all know it kind of is what it is. You work to what you can manage in these times. But yeah. Didn't expect 13 titles. Like Asim said, what was it? 13 games, 12 reveals. Didn't expect 13 games within it. I expected 6. So they've doubled it in terms of brand new reveals. So yeah, can't complain too much. Need an anchor to bring it all together. 100%. I think that's what it is. But that's it. If we're pulling parts in the broadcast and we're not pulling parts in the games, then that's probably a good thing, right? But there is a lot to go at. I mean, I'm going to put Vampire the Masquerade on, Bloodlines 2. This was the one where we were saying We Happy Few 2. That's what this is. So I'll skip forward a bit. So, how does this work? Because like, what Bibby was saying whilst this was on is, how does this going to play? Is this a first person? Is it third person? And there's a bit where he catches an axe, and Bibby's like, that's what I wanted to see. Where was it? Around here somewhere?
Yeah, because it didn't show us any combat up until that point, so I had absolutely no idea what kind of game it was. Was it just going to be, I don't know, a corridor game? I can't remember the terminology or the genre for it, where you literally just pottering about. Soma was a good example of that. It had absolutely no combat in there. You were just pottering around trying to avoid people and hide away. So I was interested to see what kind of game it was, and it does look like there's some combat in there. But I'm trying to think of now the other game. It was Condemned was one of them, and there was another game that was very similar. Wasn't Dishonored. Can't remember what it was, but it was like a first-person game where you're in corridor situations, you're in basements, you're in just areas where there might be 2 or 3 enemies, and you have to take them out and then move on to the next part. And I cannot remember what the name of the game was, but there was 2 of them.
PUBG.
And it was brilliant. No, it wasn't PUBG. It was a brilliant game.
Well, whilst you remember that, I'll hit play on this trailer here. This is the bit where he catches the axe and you can see him attacking people.
It's gonna piss me off. Can't remember what it was called.
I must admit that one is up there with me as well. Vampire the Masquerade, when it was showing you the sort of We Happy Few elements, and it's that sort of like creepy, eerie, kind of psych sort of thing, I'm thinking, I'm not 100%, maybe, but I'm not sure. But then when he got to the bits a bit later on, you're going to yawn. When he got to the bits a bit later on where you're seeing the battling and the combat and the fact that you're a vampire and you got an axe and you're chowing down at people and you start using vampire powers, then yeah, that kind of brings it a little bit back for me in terms of maybe top 3 of the games that they had out of the 13. So, like I say, Valhalla will keep out of my top 3. Probably then looking at maybe a top 3 of Bright Memory, Vampire, and either Yakuza or The Medium. I would say probably my top 3 in terms of ones that I might enjoy and play through fully. I mean, I could probably play a Second Extinction, and what called this? Can't remember which one that was again. Oh, that was the colourful looking one. Yeah, the one that we was kind of saying was journey-ish.
I dare say I've found my strength.
The game that I was trying to refer to was The Darkness. That was the game I was looking for.
The Darkness. Do you believe in a thing
Not
called
the band? Not the band. Knew that's where you were going with it. So I've got 4 games here. I've got The Medium, Scorn, Bright Memory, and Vampire Masquerade.
The Medium, Scorn, Bright Memory, and Vampire Masquerade. Yeah. Oh well, it's cool that we've both gone for Bright Memory and Vampire, and potentially Medium too. So yes, there we go. That's kind of our picks. Obviously, Bib had Scorn in there, as did Asim as well. Bib and Asim both went for Scorn. I was just kind of weirded, which is exactly the feeling that they were supposed to be portraying in that. So let's put Scorn on as well. So be a bit harsh for us to not put this back on the screen. So this was the Scorn trailer. Let's skip forward a bit. So this is the one that was game and console in development, in-engine footage representative of expected Xbox Series X visual quality. So not gameplay, but made from in-engine footage. So that the engine at its very best could get you stuff that looks like this. Oh, and I've not even put it on screen. There we go. See, the audio in this is class. Scorn is an atmospheric first-person horror adventure currently in development by Ebb Software. It's definitely atmospheric. They've used the word atmospheric, and you used atmospheric atmosphere to describe it.
Yeah.
So it's absolutely.
I couldn't think of the second word to put with it. It's atmospheric. Atmospheric what? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's an atmospheric atmosphere. I don't know. It's dumb to say, but
it's just like that with the eyes. It's just creepy. Lots of phallic and fecal imagery. I mean, penises and shit. Yeah.
He's got the glowing knob.
There was that thing that came out the wall that almost looked like the alien queen's mouth kind of thing. Also phallic, and then leaked goo, and then a bit of penetration there. It's fluid coming out of the end in the gob. Ooh. So this is the one that kind of weirded me a little bit, and then you get like Last of Us-esque clicker explosion here. So yeah, that one is, as it says, atmospheric. I think it doesn't need an additional word. It is atmospheric. Plus penis and poop. Penis and poop. Penis and poop. So yeah, there we go. Scorn, Bright Memory, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, and what was the other one?
The Medium.
The Medium. There we go. That's what we're kind of looking at, and then obviously natural looks towards Yakuza and Assassin's Creed Valhalla. That's what you can take away, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. Them's the 5. Get it printed. Stop press. Print it. Get it go. So yeah, there we go. That is our take from the InsideXbox Watchalong. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Then we get next month.
Yeah, absolutely. Not bad. 13 games, 12 brand new reveals, including a bunch of first-time IPs that you've never seen before. Very, very big. If that's the start, we've said already, PlayStation do have a lot of work to do in terms of are they playing catch up, or do they already have a big reveal on the cards? Hopefully for them, it's the latter, because Xbox have absolutely smashed it in terms of the number of titles. Obviously, this is just third party. Just to point that out, a lot of this stuff could arrive on PlayStation 2, but But if it doesn't, whatever. Xbox clearly have a lot already that they're showing. Even if these are PlayStation games, these are now mentally associated with Xbox. So hopefully, if the PlayStation event does happen at the start of June, then hopefully we can smash that, and then we'll have an Xbox event. Plus, there's the EA event as well. So yeah, it's all going off. This is just the start of many, many, many more to come. But if you have liked what you've watched, then feel free to hit the follow button on the channel, just above me somewhere, kind of over there. That will get you notified each and every single time we go live. This is the last stream for the week. We usually do 10 a.m. each and every single weekday, but rather than jumping on the news tomorrow, we decided to move that broadcast forward to now, which is the Inside Xbox Watch Along. We start at 4 p.m. Obviously Thursday, the 7th of May, but we won't be back tomorrow. We will be back on Monday next week, the 10 a.m. Before we disappear, though, Mr. Bibby, in your yellow Manchester United goalkeeper shirt, it's a Hyde United shirt. It's fine. It's cool. Anything you want to add before we disappear?
Yes, thank you very much to each and every single one of you that have joined us for this first watch along. I think, as far as I'm aware, this is the first one we've ever done on this channel.
It is.
And for me, it's been an absolute pleasure to be able to obviously sit not alongside Graham, but be in the same Discord conversation, and the rest of you guys, especially the regulars that pop in here and help us out with stuff that we have absolutely no idea about, but you like all these obscene things as well. So it helps us out a lot, getting a whole narrative built around stuff, because without your guys' help, me and Graham would just be looking at PUBG and Pro Evo 2. So thank you very much for that, guys. As always, if you have any more news articles that you want us to feature, then there's two ways of doing it. You can either hit us up on Twitter, which is at We've Got Webinio, at Graham_Day, and most importantly at Ice Cream Uploads, or you can get into our Discord chat, which I've now just realised that the Discord, my chat bot, has been turned off. So hopefully by the time that I finish saying this shit, the Discord bot will be back on again for you to be able to just go in there, put all your news articles into Discord, and then we'll pick that up and run with it, potentially on Monday, if not Tuesday. But the only way to find out if we are going live is to follow us on social media.
I'm gonna hit it, see if it's online. Exclamation mark Discord.
Nope. I'll tell you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try it now.
Yay! It worked! Success!
I turned it off after the scoop earlier.
Fatman Dave says, I think I'm going to go watch Alien now. Paulsy, thank you very much for the follow. Very much appreciated. I hope you've enjoyed the watch along. Like I said, we will be back on Monday, though, 10 a.m.-ish, as we are each and every single weekday. Plus, we may have some other things coming next week. I don't know. Is anybody looking for spoilers and teasers and stuff? Actually, one thing that I do actually. Do you know what? I'm going to show you a teaser. I'm going to show it. I'm going to bring it on screen, and you're going to enjoy it, and you're going to love it because it's good, and also because I want to add something to it as well. Where is it? There we go. This is something we tweeted last night from the Ice Cream Uploads Twitter account. As you can see there. Build an empire with the bricks that were thrown at you. Masters of the League, PES 2020 Master League Series, coming soon to twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads. Is that a football stadium being built with an ice cream logo on it? I don't know. Maybe it is. I mean, it's clearly a Master League Series. We've had a lot of people asking if that means Stadium Builder is coming to PES. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But there we go. Anyway, we are going to disappear. #MOTL on social media. Keep your eyes out for that. It's going to be big. But have yourselves a very lovely day, ladies and gentlemen. And as Asim Tanvir has already used in the chat, we have an exclusive emote for when we drop off the shows. Subscribing gets you access to it. But if you don't, you know what? You can just look at Asim's. Until then, have yourself a lovely day. And remember, using the emotes, stay frosty. What's it got, babe? Say it. Go say it. Say stay frosty. Say it. Go on, babe. Say it.
Oh, sorry. Stay frosty.